Defunding the police. Is it a step forward or are we just creating bigger problems? What if we told you that the debate isn't black and white but filled with shades of gray? Let's break it down, because when it comes to law enforcement, the stakes couldn't be higher. Stay tuned. Welcome to Common Sense News USA, where we cut through the noise and tackle the issues that matter most. Today, we're diving into one of the most polarizing topics in America: the role of police in society, and the heated debate about defunding law enforcement. We'll explore why this idea could be both beneficial and harmful, and what the path forward might look like. Let's jump in. First, let's address the obvious. Police officers are human beings. They aren't superheroes. They get tired, frustrated, and scared just like the rest of us. But here's the problem. Many police departments train their officers with a focus on the worst-case scenario. They're taught to expect every interaction could turn hostile or even deadly. What does that do to a person? It creates tension. If you're always on edge, assuming danger is around every corner, you're more likely to make snap decisions, sometimes with devastating consequences. That's why we see cases where police shoot first and ask questions later. But beyond the uniform, they are parents, siblings, and friends. They have families who worry about them. Officer Jane Doe, for example, talks about the stress of balancing her duty with being a mother. She says, "Every day I worry about coming home safe to my kids." These personal stories remind us that police officers are more than their badges. They are part of our community. We also need to talk about recruitment and training. Personality tests and psychological evaluations are crucial to determine how someone might react under pressure. But how many departments are investing in these tools? If we don't prepare officers properly at the start, how can we expect them to handle the toughest moments on the job? Improvement starts with better hiring practices and ongoing training. Just like any other profession, police work should evolve with society. Programs like the Police Executive Research Forum's ICAT have shown success in de-escalation training. Experts agree that continuous education and community engagement are key to effective policing. Let's be real. Not all police officers are highly motivated go-getters. Some are lazy, we've all seen it, officers glued to their phones or just sitting in their vehicles for hours. Being a police officer doesn't automatically make someone exceptional at their job. Like any workplace, you have high performers and those who could do better. But how do we fix this? Accountability is key. Regular performance reviews and transparent evaluations could make a world of difference. Case studies show that departments with strong accountability measures see improved officer performance and community trust. Implementing body cameras, community oversight boards, and continuous training are potential solutions. Now, let's tackle the buzzword defunding. Proponents argue that reallocating police budgets toward mental health services, education, and community programs could reduce the need for law enforcement in the first place. And they're not entirely wrong. Studies show that increased funding for social services can lead to lower crime rates. Take some of that money and invest it in preventative measures, and you might see fewer crimes and confrontations. Experts suggest that a 10% reduction in police budgets could significantly impact community well-being. But here's the flip side. If we defund the police too much, we risk creating a hostile work environment for officers. Imagine working a job where you're overworked, underpaid, and undervalued. How motivated would you be to perform well? Underfunding could also drive talented individuals away from law enforcement, leaving us with a weaker system. Real-world examples show cities like Baltimore and Chicago facing increased crime rates after budget cuts. Experts argue that instead of cutting budgets, we should focus on reforms and better training. Think of it like the NFL, constantly evolving to put a better product on the field. So, what's the solution? It's not about defund or don't defund. It's about rethinking and reinvesting. We need to hold our police accountable, provide better training, and ensure they're equipped to serve and protect in a way that aligns with today's societal needs. Now, we want to hear from you. Should we defund the police, or is there a better way to improve law enforcement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Common Sense News USA. Together we can start a meaningful conversation. Let's explore the impact of community policing initiatives. Community policing focuses on building ties and working closely with community members. This approach has shown promising results in reducing crime rates and improving public trust in law enforcement. We'll look at some successful examples and discuss how these initiatives can be implemented more widely. In cities like Camden, New Jersey, and Richmond, California, community policing has led to significant drops in crime rates and stronger community relationships. Officers walk the beat, attend local events, and even host town hall meetings. These efforts create a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Implementing these initiatives on a larger scale requires commitment and resources. It involves rethinking traditional policing methods and investing in community engagement. But the payoff is a safer, more cohesive society where police and citizens work together for the common good. By focusing on community policing, we can bridge the gap between law enforcement and the public, fostering an environment of trust and cooperation. Could this be the future of policing? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Another important aspect to consider is the role of technology in modern policing. From body cameras to predictive analytics, technology can play a crucial role in enhancing transparency and efficiency. However, it also raises concerns about privacy and data security. We'll weigh the pros and cons of integrating technology into law enforcement. Body cameras, for instance, have been instrumental in providing accountability. They capture real-time interactions between police officers and civilians, offering valuable evidence in disputed situations. This transparency can build public trust and deter misconduct. Predictive analytics, on the other hand, uses data to forecast potential crime hotspots. This allows for more effective resource allocation, potentially preventing crimes before they occur. However, the use of such technology raises ethical questions. The risks of biased data and potential profiling cannot be ignored. Moreover, the issue of data security looms large. With sensitive information being collected and stored, the potential for breaches and misuse is a significant concern. Ensuring robust data protection measures is paramount to maintaining public confidence. Balancing these pros and cons is crucial. While technology can undoubtedly aid in modern policing, it must be implemented thoughtfully, with safeguards to protect civil liberties. How do you think technology should be integrated into law enforcement? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's not forget the importance of mental health support for police officers. The job can be incredibly stressful, and without proper mental health resources, officers are at risk of burnout and other mental health issues. We'll discuss the current state of mental health support in police departments and what can be done to improve it. Police officers often face high-stress situations, from responding to emergencies to dealing with traumatic events. Over time, this constant exposure to stress can take a significant toll on their mental health. Unfortunately, mental health resources in many police departments are either inadequate or underutilized due to stigma. Current initiatives to support mental health include peer support programs and access to mental health professionals. However, these measures are often not enough. More comprehensive mental health training, regular mental health checkups, and fostering an environment where seeking help is encouraged can make a big difference. Moreover, integrating mental health professionals into police departments can provide immediate support and reduce the stigma associated with seeking help. By addressing mental health proactively, we can ensure that officers are better equipped to serve their communities while maintaining their well-being. Improving mental health support for police officers is not just beneficial for the officers themselves but also for the communities they serve. A mentally healthy police force is more effective, empathetic, and resilient. What steps do you think should be taken to enhance mental health support for police officers? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, we'll take a look at some international perspectives on policing. How do other countries handle law enforcement, and what can we learn from their approaches? From community-based models in Europe to strict law enforcement in Asia, we'll explore a variety of policing strategies and their outcomes. In Europe, countries like Norway and the Netherlands emphasize community-based policing. Officers engage with local communities to build trust and work collaboratively to solve problems. This approach has led to lower crime rates and higher public trust in the police. Meanwhile, in Asia, countries like Singapore and Japan employ more stringent law enforcement tactics. Strict laws and rigorous enforcement have contributed to low crime rates and a strong sense of public order. However, these methods also raise questions about civil liberties and the balance between security and personal freedom. By examining these international models, we can gain valuable insights into different policing strategies and their effectiveness. What works in one country may not necessarily work in another, but understanding these diverse approaches can help us innovate and improve our own policing practices. What aspects of international policing do you find most interesting or applicable to your local context? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe and follow for more.